Welcome to the Cold and Dark Start tutorial for the FlyByWire A380X. Let's go. Okay, in the flight deck, the first thing we will do is head to the overhead panel. As with most airplanes, the first thing we switch on is the batteries, followed by the external power. And here, essentially, if it says off, click it and switch it on if it's on this main panel in the center. Okay, with that done, we'll start the APU. So we'll hit the APU master switch and the APU starter. Before we set the ADIRS to nav, the one-time only thing that we have to do is set the align time to suit your preferences. So that's down on the EFB settings, realism, and I just set everything to instant for convenience. And with that done, we can head back up and switch the ADIRS over to nav. While we wait for the APU to start, we'll set the emergency exit lights to auto. Once available is illuminated on the APU starter light, we're going to set the engine mode to ignition and switch on the APU bleed. We can now also switch off the external power. We're now ready to start the engine, so we'll head down to the pedestal and we'll flick on all 4 engine master switches. After a short while, you see an N1 of around 20 on all 4 engines, and the icons will be illuminated. With 4 good starts, we can set the mode to normal and switch off the APU bleed and the APU master switch. So the transponder controls are on the FMC, so we're going to set that to automatic, and just to make the rest of our setup easier, I'm going to flick back to FMS. Returning to the overheads, anti-ice and lights as required. When starting from cold and dark, you'll need to address the takeoff config checklist, so we'll start by setting auto brake to RTO, set the flaps for takeoff, arm the spoilers, and switch on the radio transmitter. From cold and dark, we also have to manually switch on the flight director and right click the heading and speed dials to put them into manage mode. From here on out, you can follow my full flight tutorial and push back when you're ready. Once you're all set up and on the runway ready to go, there's one more thing you'll need to do if you started from cold and dark, and that's click test takeoff config and just check takeoff config is normal. Also set the transponder to TA-RE on the FMC. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for regular sim content. Take care, and I'll see you next time.